let's see, right. Okay, guys. So the answer is yes, guys. Okay. The answer is yes. Yes or no? Okay. So the answer is no, guys. You cannot give, okay, spaces in between the instance name. Okay. It won't allow. Space is, okay, a special character. If you don't believe me, let me go next. Okay. Let me go to next. I guess it was disconnected. Okay, guys. Space is a special character. As I said, it will accept only two special characters. One is dollar and one is underscore, guys. Okay. Again, I'm saying naming conventions are there for SQL Server instance. One is not more than 16 characters. Second one is it has to start with only alphabets. Third one is it won't allow special characters other than dollar and underscore. Okay, so these are the main important thing. If I go to next, I'll get the error, guys. See here, there are validation errors on this page. Click OK and you can click here. If you see, double click on it, you can see the specified instance name does not meet the instance naming rules for SQL Server. Okay, so the answer is you cannot give spaces in between the instance name. So the instance name, okay, cannot contain spaces, guys. So the answer is no. Okay, so those who said no, you are correct. Those who said yes, you are wrong, guys. Okay, so so is it mandatory that first time I have to install named instance or default instance, guys? Is it mandatory? Anything like that? No,
No,
nothing
no,
like
it's not
that.
mandatory.
Nothing. Okay, you can first time you can install named instance or first time you can install it. I have a quick question for all of you. Again, please ready with your answers. I just installed default instance. Now I want to change this default instance to named instance. Can I change it after installation? Yes or no in the answers. Yes means I can
No,
change
sir.
it. No means I cannot change it. Please
No,
be quick. Within 1 minute, I need answers, guys. Please be quick. Can I change my default instance to named instance after installation? Okay, I got almost 20 answers. That's good, guys. No, Telugulo no. Okay, okay. So Satyam Bellankonda said yes. Shravani said yes. Gajanan said no. Satyam Bellankonda yes again. Jayesh no. Shahin no. Arminder no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, guys. So I cannot change, guys. I cannot change. One or two. One or two are wrong. Remaining all are correct, guys. I cannot change the instance from default to named or named to default. Okay. Once if I install the default, that is fixed, guys. Okay. If you want to change it, you cannot do it. You can uninstall it and again you can install named instance. Okay, right. Let me go. In case if any instances are already installed in this machine, you can see under this box, you can see this is a very blank box, nothing is there. You can see as of now. Why? Because no instance installed till now. That's why you can see it's a blank. If anything installed, you can see instance name, instance id, instance features, edition, what and all edition it is, what versions you install. Okay, what features you install. What is this instance ID, guys? No one asked about this instance ID. If I click, if I click here, again the name will be changed from here to here. The same name. What is your instance name? The same name will be there with instance ID, guys. Of course, you can edit it. You can give it. What it will do, guys? It will create a folder, guys. Simply, it will create a folder in your SQL Server. Let me open my local SQL Server, guys. Windows E and local C drive, and let me go to this C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, guys, like this. If you see here, after dot you can see name, right? MS SQL Server migration demo. This is called instance ID. Once you install SQL Server with instance ID, it will create a folder. All the supported files will be there in this folder, guys. Okay, so that is the usage of the instance ID. So if I give the name for named instance, it will create a folder, okay, with this name. If I simply give default instance, it will create a folder with just MS SQL Server, like you can see right now, MS SQL Server, MS SQL Server. Okay, so this is how it is going to manage. Guys, I have a quick question for all of you. I can install only one default instance, right? Agree?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
correct. Why only one default instance? Can anyone tell me?
Default instance
Yes,
take
only one
name of a
default instance.
server, Windows
Very
server
good.
name.
It takes name of the computer, Windows Server.
Mm.
Agree. Then why only one? If it takes name of the server, Windows Server, why only one? Or I have a quick question for all of you. Can I install in this Windows machine? I can install 2012. I can install SQL Server 2012. I can install SQL 2014. I can install SQL 2016, SQL 2017. Okay, in this machine. So can I install 2012 default instance, 2012, 2014 default instance, 2016 default instance? Per version, can I install one default instance, guys? Yes or no? Very quick,
Yes,
please.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
please, please be quick.
No, sir. In
Everyone,
the same server,
everyone,
it's not possible.
everyone. Please respond quickly. We don't have time. Installation, right? It will take time. I got only two responses. Per version, can I install default instance? Per 2012 one default, per 2014 one default, per 2016 one default. Anything I can do? 12, 13. Got 13 responses. 15, 16, 16 responses. 17, 17, 18. 18, 18, 18, 18 responses I got. Okay, four people are sleeping. If you don't respond, I'll treat you are sleeping, guys. Okay. Okay, chalo. So the answer is no, guys. Let me check how many of you said no. Raju Reddy said no. Saket, yes. Let me go with yes, yes, yes. Okay, Harminder, yes. Harminder, yes. RV Kiran, yes. Gajanan, yes. Okay, guys. So the answer is no. How many versions you are installing? If once you install one default instance of any version, next you cannot install. Okay, another default instance of another version, guys. Why? Because it will take the computer name. Okay, it will take the computer name. Okay, guys. So default instance usually will take the computer name. So while connecting, imagine we have two Jayesh in our batch. Imagine we have two Jayesh or two Harminder. If I call Harminder, who will respond? Best case, both will respond. Worst case, both won't respond. Agree, guys? So in the same way, if we have two default instances, what name you are going to give to connect, right? Either both can connect or both cannot connect. So that's why Microsoft won't allow to install one more default instance of any version or same version in the particular machine, guys. Only one default instance per machine. That too, any version it belongs to. Once you install one default instance, you cannot install one more default instance. That's it, guys. Are we clear? Good, guys. Any
Yes,
Yes.
issues,
sir.
any doubts till now? Okay, chalo. I'm going to install default instance first. Let me go to next. Next, what screen will get in? Can anyone tell me?
Configurations.
So
Server
next what
configuration.
screen you can see here, guys. Okay. Next is server configuration. The screen will be highlighted in the bold. Okay. Next server configuration. Next database engine configuration. Next feature configuration. So like this. Still, this many screens are there. If anyone is bored, you can count how many screens are there. Oh my God. Okay, like that you can count. Guys, very important screen. This is very important screen, guys. Service account. Okay. Service account. What is a service account? Service account is an account which helps to run the service. The definition is service account is an account. Hmm. is an account which helps to run the service. Remember guys, not only SQL, so forget about SQL Server. Okay, any software you install, software won't run directly guys. On behalf of software, one service will run guys, especially in the Windows machines. Imagine antivirus, Avast antivirus is there. Avast antivirus is there. This antivirus software, okay, if you install antivirus software, Avasta antivirus won't run, guys. On behalf of Avasta antivirus, one Avasta service will run. Okay. So this is a service, guys. What is the functionality of this service? It has to delete the virus files, right? How it is going
Yes,
to
sir.
do that, guys? First, it will scan it, right? Scan means it has to go to each folder. It has to go to how many files are there. It has to scan all the files, right? Scan means what, guys? Scan can be read
Uh,
operation,
yeah, it's a read operation.
right? And right now it find one virus file. It just detected. How it is going to work, guys? Actually, your Avesta will maintain a database. Avesta software will maintain a database. In the database, it will store all the virus files extensions .ggg, .fgh. Imagine I'm just saying one. Anyone remember any virus file extensions, guys? FGH. Any virus file extensions you remember? Dot shortcut. Okay, so it will store, Avesta will store one database. In this database, it will store all the virus files. So that's why you have to always antivirus softwares you have to always update, guys. Why? Because the database will be modified. Okay, it will add extra virus files in the database. So it will check .ggg. Say for example, on my desktop, okay, it will check all the files on the desktop, right? Let me minimize this. Let me minimize. Let me minimize this as well. This and this as well. So it will check the files on the desktop. Okay, what is this file extension? .txt. Okay, .txt is equal to .ggg. No, .txt is not equal to .ggg. So this is not a virus file. .txt is equal to .fgh. No. .txt is equal to .shortcut. No. So this is not a virus file. So it will leave it, guys. Imagine if it is .ggg. So matching. Okay, it will mark this as a virus file. Then at the end of the day, it will scan all the files like that, and if it found 10 or 15 files, once after scanning it will show you, hey, these files I found it as a marked as a virus files. Do you want me to delete or proceed? If you select delete, what it will do, guys? It will delete the files. Delete is what operation, guys? Sorry,
Remove.
delete is right operation. Okay, so who will do this, guys? Who can enter into the folders? Who can enter into the, who can read these things? Who can write these
Service.
things? Who? Okay,
The software.
who?
That particular service
User.
which is running.
Okay,
DBA.
service will only can run in the back end. Okay, service will have an assistant, guys. That assistant is called service account, like a PA. Service cannot enter into the folders. Service cannot enter into the drives. Only a user account can enter into the folders and drives. That account is called service account. So the service account will, any software, guys, any software, if you don't believe me, go to services.msc. You can see all the services in the Windows machine. Which service is running on which service account. Okay. Last column, log on as. This is called service account, guys. Then you might ask, sir, I just installed lot of applications. It never asked any service account. No. There are some default service accounts. Okay. In the Windows machine, three default service accounts will be there, guys. Local system, local service, network service. Local system, local service, network service. So your service can, it will choose automatically, it will choose any of the service account. See here, log on as field is called your service account field. So if this antivirus wants to delete some file, this antivirus will tell to this service account, hey service account, I found one virus file, delete it. Your service account will log into that particular folder and it will delete it. Your service account will do read, your service account will do write operations. On behalf of the service, your service account will do all these things. So SQL Server, what is the definition of SQL Server?
Database.
Oh,
Store the data,
okay,
Process.
process the data.
very good.
Is the data.
Retrieve the data. It will store the
Yes,
data,
sir.
process the data, and retrieve the
Retrieve.
data. So who will do all
Retrieve.
these things? Storing means what? Write operation. Retrieving means what? Read operation.
Read operation.
Processing, read operation. So who will do all these things? Your data storing, data processing, data retrieving. Your service account will do, guys. But the point? Service account is an assistant to the SQL server. On behalf of SQL server, your service account will read the data, will write the data, and will process the data. Is it clear now, guys? Service account.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Simply, I'll give you an example. You are staying in a room. Now, this time from PG, I don't like PG. Food and all is not good. So, I switch it to a room. I'm only one person in the room. I have a maid. Daily, she is coming. She is cleaning the home. She is cleaning the utensils. She is cooking for me and she is going. For all these things, she is taking half an hour to, like, they know, you know, right? In the metro cities, how speed they are and how clean they are, right? About the maids. Okay. So, for me, as I am only one, she is taking half an hour to complete all these things. On behalf of me, she is helping me. Okay, she is taking half an hour to complete all these things. One more person is added now to the room. In my room, one my friend came. He said, "I also don't like that PG. Chalo, I'll stay with you. That's okay, fine. You can come to the room. Okay, everything will be shared. Okay, he came to my room. Now two people are there now. Now utensils will increase. Dress, of course, clothes what we are using will increase, and of course, okay, she has to cook more. So earlier she used to take half an hour. Now she is taking 1 hour to complete the process, right? The same process. Third person is added 1.5 hour. Fourth person is added 2 hours. Means if people are adding, the burden is increasing on the maid. Agree, guys? Okay,
Yes,
the
sir.
work is increasing for the maid. In the same way, guys, in the same way, see here how many services are there in my Windows machine. See how many services are there. For all these services, see, you can't even, it might be, I'm guessing 200, 300 services will be there. Some of them are background services, some of them are software services, some of them are different services. So for all these services, there are three assistants only, guys. There are three assistants. One is local service, local system,
Network.
network service, and in the beginning you can see local service. Means for this 200 people, only three assistants are there, guys. Can you imagine how much pressure will be there on these three people? Only these three people has in these three service accounts, one service account will is a highest priority service account, guys. If we have two three maids, if you go to VIP's house and all, VIP's house, three four maids or five maids will be there. In that, head maid will be there, right? Lead maid or head maid. He will direct all. The local system is a kind of a main maid. Okay, all the priority softwares will run under local system, guys. Priority like antivirus, your SQL servers. These are the priority softwares, right? It will run under local system. Local system is the highest privileged service account. Okay, so now what I decided, these many people are using my three service accounts, three maids. Okay, so I decided, okay, chalo, I don't want to use these three people. Why? Because people are increasing, you have to wait for your turn. Your work can't be done quickly. You have to wait for your turn. So I decided, chalo, I don't want to go with a default service account. I'll go with a customized service account. Means only for my SQL server, I'll create one more maid. I'll recruit one maid. Means that maid is called customized service account, guys. This will take care of only my SQL server. It won't take care of other softwares, guys. That is called customized service account. Is it clear, everyone? Any doubts here, guys? Please let me know. Sir, is it mandatory? Not mandatory. If you want good performance, go with customized service account. If you want to wait, go with the default service accounts. Fine, guys.
So you mean to say the performance will increase with the customized service account?
Not increase, it will be better when compared to shared service accounts. Okay, don't think if you give customized service account means the things will run so fast. Performance depends on lot of things. You should have enough memory, you should have enough CPU, you should have enough resources, right? So on all these things performance will decide. Okay, your performance decides on all these things, guys. So yes, you are correct, but it will be better when compared to when you are using your default service account. It is better to use customized service account. Okay, fine.
Right, sir.
Okay, so when you are installing by default, you will get a customized service accounts only. These are customized only anti-service accounts. Okay, these are the accounts will be created automatically. If you don't want, you can change this account. But guys, I just already set up one service account for my SQL server. Later, can I change my service account after installation? Is it possible? Is it possible to change the service account, guys? Quickly, we don't have time. We are closing to 9 o'clock, guys. Is it possible? Can I change the service account? I'll tell you the answer, guys. Okay. So yes, you can change it. You can change the maid, right? If you don't like it, fine.
Okay.
The same way you can change it. You can change the service accounts, guys. No problem. I'll show you how to after installation how to change. There is a sometimes we'll get that kind of requests from the customers. So I'll show you how to do that after installation. Okay. As of now, I'll go with this service accounts only. I don't want to change any service accounts. Chalo, no problem. If you are using a default service accounts, it don't ask for passwords. You can skip this password section, and the service startup type should be automatic, guys. Automatic means when you start the SQL server, the service will start automatically. If you keep it as manual, when you restart the Windows server, again you have to start the SQL server manually, which is not good. If you put it as automatic, when you restart the Windows server, your SQL server also will be restarted automatically. No need to manually do those things. Manually start the service, guys. Collation is one setting. Collation is called language settings, guys. Collation is called language settings. While installing any app, you can see right which language. For example, you are installing. Please mute it. I'm getting small disturbance, guys. Please mute it. Okay, done. Okay, so if you are installing any app, phone pay or different app, you can see Telugu, English, Hindi, Marathi, whatever language you want to choose, you can choose. Okay, so this is also same, guys. This is a default collation setting: SQL Latin 1, General, CP1. CP1 means code page 1. CI means case insensitive. Either you can insert the data in lowercase or uppercase in the database, no issues. Accent sensitive. No, I don't want to use this one. I want to change. I'm going to store Chinese data. I love China. Okay. Okay. So go to this, select this Chinese language you want. Arabic language. Or you want to go for Hungarian or some like what we can say EU countries, European Union countries, Japanese, Korean language, whatever you want. Some websites will be in their local languages, right? We have news websites in Telugu, you can see. So it depends upon the language. If you don't want this default language, you want to store data in your local language, you can change the settings, guys. This is collation means simply language settings. If you don't want a customized default collation settings, default means it will take English, guys. English you can insert the data in English. Okay, so you want to insert the data, your local language data you want to insert, then you can change the collation settings. Collation means simply language settings. I don't want to change it. I want to keep it as it is, guys. They will ask you in the interview, guys, what are the default collation settings? SQL Latin 1. Latin 1 means, you know, right? Most of the English words comes from Latin only, and for us Sanskrit is there for our languages. So in the same way, Latin, okay? SQL Latin 1 general, CP1 CIAS. This is the default collation settings. Go to next. No need to change anything.
Sir, can you change collation settings after
Very
installation?
good, very good. Excellent question. So guys, can you tell me? I missed this point. Can we change the collation settings after installation? Can we change the language settings after installation? Yes or no?
No idea. Sir.
Guys, if you don't know the answer,
Yes.
there is an excellent shortcut, guys. Okay, for Telugu people, I guess you know what is that shortcut. What is that shortcut, guys? You know? If you don't know the answer, there are two options. You don't know which one you have to choose. Then we have a shortcut, guys. What is that? I guess in other language also it is there, but I don't know that. Tell me, guys, what is that? You know that. What is that, guys? Tell me. There are two options. You want to choose one. How you are going to choose? If you don't know which option, yes or no, which option? If you don't know, how you are going to choose it, guys? Aak, baak, karve, paak, dam, dim, disk, nakada, kaki, nakada, kaya, panda. Right? Right? Are you going to choose answers like this?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, if you don't know yes or no, you can choose. You can use this formula, guys. Okay. So it will be excellent formula. You can use it. Guys, okay, collation settings, the answer, simple answer is, okay, let me check what you people answered. No, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, no. Okay, so the answer is, guys, no, you cannot change the collation settings after installation, guys. It's not possible to change the language settings. If you don't like it, uninstall it and again reinstall with your, okay, respect to collation settings. But after installation, you cannot change the collation settings. Okay, so authentication screen, guys. Authentication means how you are going to connect to the SQL server. In what way you are going to connect to the SQL server, guys? Authentication. Authentication. You know, I guess. For example, Gmail. What is Gmail authentication? You are going to give username and password. Means you are connecting to the Gmail using username and password. Giving username and password is called authentication. Okay, so in what way you are connecting? There are two ways to connect to the SQL server, either Windows authentication or mixed mode authentication. You can choose, you in the organization will choose mixed mode only. Why we'll choose mixed mode? I'll explain you. There is a security topic for us. It's an excellent topic, guys. Security, under security concept, I'll explain the differences between these two. As of now, you can go with Windows authentication. I have again one more question. I just installed my SQL Server with Windows authentication. Later, can I change it to mixed mode authentication?
Yes, sir.
The answer is yes,
Yes,
guys. Okay,
yes.
you can change at any time, but needs restart of the SQL Server, means the downtime activity. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. Not an issue. So later you can change the authentication from Windows to mixed to Windows, guys, or SQL Server authentication. There are two types of authentication: Windows authentication, SQL Server authentication. Okay, so usually we'll use mixed. Mixed means Windows plus SQL is called mixed mode authentication. Okay, so I'll tell you, guys. Right, this is very important box, right? So you have installed SQL Server happily, successfully have installed SQL Server. But to whom you want to give access to the SQL Server? At least one person you have to give access here now. If you don't give access to anyone, you cannot proceed next. Means at least one person should be there to access your installed SQL Server.
Admin.
Admin, you can call it as admin. Okay. If you don't add anyone here, you cannot proceed next. One person should be there. If one person having access, later he can log into the server, he can give access to other persons, right? A key. If you have a key, you can open the door and then you can welcome other people, okay, into the particular room. In the same way, you should have at least, you should add at least one person here. This person is going to access my SQL server. If you don't add anyone, no one can connect to my SQL server. Usually in the organization, to whom we are going to add here, guys? We'll add current user. We'll add our DBA team. Why? Because this is not for you. This is for the whole team. Other DBAs also has to access this SQL server. Okay. You have to add the whole DBA team here. Click on add button, give the DBA team name. As of now, we haven't created any groups, any teams. Later, I'll show you how to create a groups, teams and all that. Later you can see at the end of the day during cluster installations and all, I'll show you creating the groups. There also I'll show you this option. Okay. But as of now, you have to add at least one person. This person now can connect to the SQL server. He can give access to others, guys. Guys, you might be a company CEO, but if I don't add you in the SQL server, you cannot connect to the SQL server, guys. If anyone wants to connect to my SQL server, I have to give access. I means those who are having access, they have to give access to others. Then only they can connect to SQL server. Later also you can add the people, but now at least you have to add one person. That person will connect and he can give access to others, guys. Okay. So you cannot skip this without adding one person. If you don't add anyone, it won't allow us. You have to add at least one person. Later you have to connect to the SQL server using this login. Then you can create access to others, guys. Other people can also connect to my SQL server. This is one window. Data directories. We will have different files in SQL Server, guys. Data files, log files, backup files, tempdb files. So usually we are going to maintain separate drives for each files. Now I don't have separate drive. I have only C drive in my Windows server. So now I am going to install everything in my C drive only. I don't change anything, guys, now. But later I'll create multiple drives in the cluster setup. I'll show you how to save the files in other drives also. Simply you have to change the drive letter. You want to store your data files in E drive, you have to change the drive letter to E here. Here, you have to simply change it to E. You want to change the log files in the F drive, you have to change the drive letter to F. You want to change the backup drives in the X drive, you have to change it to X. Now, guys, can I keep it and can I go next? Is my installation succeeded, guys? Now, if I keep like this, tell
No,
me,
sir.
guys.
No,
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 why?
sir.
sir.
Because I
No.
don't have these drives. I have only
E
C
drive and
drive.
X drive.
Okay. I have only C drive. So definitely you cannot give as I don't have drives. If you have drives, you can give different drives. As of now, I'll go with the C drive only. TempDB is TempDB is one database, guys, which will help you to process the data. There is a separate discussion on TempDB. I'll explain about the TempDB. As of now, it will take by default, it will take the default TempDB settings. Nothing to change here. Simply you can simply go to this TempDB tab and you can check it. That's it. In the organization also we don't do anything here. Automatically it will pull the TempDB files. File stream means if you are storing any video related data, okay, like Netflix, YouTube, okay, G5 app, aha, these kind of apps are there, right? Video content data. For that you have to enable the file stream. As of now we don't store any video content data, so nothing to enable. That's it, guys. Go to next. Final screen. This is now what happened, whatever things we have selected now, I told you, right, it don't know the GUI. Your Windows server don't know GUI. Whatever things we have selected lot of things. We have selected database engine, replications in full text and some shared features, and we have selected default instance, and we have selected okay, what we can say, service accounts, and we have selected service accounts for other components. We have selected tempdb configurations, data directories. We have added add current user. Whatever till now from first screen to last screen, whatever we have selected, it will prepare a query command and it will keep it in this file, configuration file.ini. It don't know the GUI. Okay, when I click install, this file will be called. All the inputs you can see here, right? All these inputs will be there in this configuration file.ini. This file will be called by the Windows machine and it will take each input and it will try to install the SQL server. Chalo, that's it. Install. That's it, guys. This is how we'll install the SQL server. Depends upon the time, depends upon the server speed. It might take 15 minutes, it might take 20 minutes, mostly 15 to 20 minutes it will take. If the server is too fast, in 5 minutes itself installation will be completed, guys. That is all about your SQL server installation. You might feel little bit heavy today, lot of things we discussed. Go through those recordings. I'm uploading the recordings under batch 43 in our YouTube channel. If anyone is not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that whenever I uploaded the videos, you will get the notification immediately. You can watch the videos. First thing. Second thing, I don't upload all the videos initially. Some videos like 50 classes like that I'm going to upload. Okay, so you don't find all the things in the YouTube. Okay, so later I am going to share those things with you. Okay, other videos, remaining videos, I'll give access to your email ID directly, guys. This is our plan. Any questions, any doubts, let me know. If you want to wait till the installation is succeeded, you can wait. Again, I'll open the meeting link. Can we use the configuration script file to install multiple servers? Happily, you can use it, Sudhinder. It's an excellent question. Yes, you can. Existing configuration file.ini. Just simple thing is you have to change the instance name, right? You have to modify the instance name. Remaining everything is same. Why? Because you cannot install multiple instances with same name, right? You can open the configuration file.ini. You can change the instance name. You can use the same files to install multiple instances happily. You can do that. Okay. So in our actually, if we go to our YouTube channel, if you are very much interested, guys, if you are very much interested, go to my YouTube channel, especially 3 4 years back I used to explain a lot of ways to install. Please mute it, guys. Please mute it. Making lot of disturbance. Okay, so you can install SQL Server in multiple ways, guys. One is GUI way, as discussed just now. One is CUI command way. Another one is okay slipstream installation. Second one is that this is third way of installation. Next way is sysprep installation. This is fourth way of installation. GUI, CUI, slipstream, sysprep, and what else, guys? INI based installation. You asked right, configuration file.ini, instant file initialization, INI. Okay, INI based installation, PowerShell way of installation. So 6 ways you can install, guys. We'll discuss only one way. It's your wish which way you want to install the SQL Server. I discussed all the things, okay, in my previous classes 2 3 years back. Now you don't need this. No one will ask you. Okay, why? Because most of the people don't know. Go to video section, go down, guys. If you want, just simply search here INI based installation. Okay, so you can see install SQL Server 2005 using INI file. Install SQL Server 2008 using command prompt, INI file and command prompt. You can go for slipstream. You can see advanced slipstream method. Okay, installing slipstream SQL Server 2012 using slipstream method. You can go for sysprep. These are the R videos only, but 2 3 years back I used to tell all these things, guys. The DBA batch is around 4 months like that, but later people are bored. They are unable to concentrate for 4 months, so that's why I just shorten the things. Now no need to use all these things in the organization. Reconnect, guys. Please reconnect. We'll discuss.